Gladys Berejiklian is an Australian politician who serves as the 45th Premier of New South Wales and the leader of the New South Wales Liberal Party. She assumed office on the 23rd of January 2017 following the resignation of Mike Baird. She has been a member of the New South Wales Legislative Assembly since 2003, representing the seat of Willoughby. Before becoming Premier, Berejiklian was the Treasurer of New South Wales and Minister for Industrial Relations in the second Baird government, and Minister for Transport in the O'Farrell and first Baird governments. She was also the Deputy Leader of the New South Wales Liberal Party between 2014 and 2017. On the 23rd of March 2019, she was re-elected as Premier of New South Wales when the Liberal National Coalition won the 2019 state election. On the 1st of October 2021, Berejiklian announced her intended resignation both as Premier and member for Willoughby following the commencement of an independent commission against corruption investigation to determine whether a breach of public trust had occurred. Berejiklian will maintain her position as Premier of New South Wales until a replacement has been elected at a party room meeting, likely to be held on the 5th of October 2021. Berejiklian was born in Manly Hospital, Sydney, the eldest of three daughters born to Armenian immigrant parents, Kriko and Arsha. Her grandparents were orphaned by Turkish soldiers in the Armenian genocide in 1915. Berejiklian spoke only Armenian until she was 5 years old, when she began learning English. She has remained involved in the Armenian-Australian community, serving a term on the Armenian National Committee of Australia. In 2015, she attended a commemoration ceremony in Yerevan for the 100th anniversary of the Armenian genocide. Berejiklian attended North Ryde High School, which became Peter Board High School from 1986, a public, coeducational school in North Ryde. She was a member of Girl Guides and continues to support the organization. She has a Bachelor of Arts. She joined the Liberal Party in 1993 and was president of the New South Wales Young Liberals from 1997 to 1998, being the third female president in its history. She also served as a delegate to State Council and chair of Convention Committee. Berejiklian also worked for Peter Collins and Senator Helen Coonan and the Commonwealth Bank as General Manager, Youth Retail Banking and Government and Industry Affairs. Berejiklian won Liberal pre-selection for Willoughby in 2003 when former opposition leader Peter Collins, who had represented the Willoughby area since 1981, decided to retire. Willoughby has historically been a comfortably safe Liberal seat even by Northern Sydney standards. Counting its time as Middle Harbour, it has been held by the Liberals, their predecessors, or a Conservative independent for all but one term since 1927. However, she faced a spirited challenge from Pat Riley, the longtime mayor of the city of Willoughby, who nearly took the seat on Labour preferences. Ultimately, Berejiklian won by 144 votes, with the Liberals suffering a swing of 10.9 points. The swing was large enough to drop the Liberal margin over Labour to 7.2%. The closest, traditional, two-party margin in the seat or its predecessors since 1984. However, Berejiklian easily saw off a rematch with Riley after picking up a healthy swing of 14.5 points. Enough to revert Willoughby to its traditional status as a comfortably safe Liberal seat. She has not faced a serious challenge since, with Labour often being pushed into third place. Berejiklian joined the front bench in 2005 as Shadow Minister for Mental Health and was appointed to the opposition front bench portfolio of Transport by Peter Debnam in 2006. Following the 2007 state election, she was given the shadow portfolio of citizenship by opposition leader O'Farrell in his shadow ministry, following the election of the O'Farrell government at the 2011 state election. Berejiklian was appointed Transport Minister on 3 April 2011. The major achievements in her term as Minister for Transport include the extension of the Sydney Light Rail Dulwich Hill line from Lilyfield to Dulwich Hill, the phased introduction of the Opal card, and commencement of construction of the North West Rail Link. She was also Transport Minister at the time the NSW government stopped trains running to Newcastle Station, which now terminate at Wickham. She also ended transit officers as a railway law enforcement agency, abolishing the function and transferring responsibility to the NSW police. The former rail corridor has now been rezoned by Newcastle City Council and a proportion of that land is expected to be sold. On the 17th of April 2014, Mike Baird was elected leader of the New South Wales Liberal Party and hence Premier. Following the resignation of Barry O'Farrell, Berejiklian was elected as Baird's deputy in a subsequent ministerial reshuffle. In addition to her existing responsibilities, on the 23rd of April 2014 Berejiklian was sworn in a